Attorney General's opinion is the touchstone, is the sheet anchor of their case, because the AG itself, Bank of Ghana, the government generally, that what they did was wrong. When you read, it's just replete with all the bad things. So with the AG's opinion in their hand, yes, I can say that Unibank has a good case. They should be given their license back. Look, and if you want to learn, because we had read the sections, remember earlier on we read section 114, 115, 116, the page 5 that you earlier on referred to, right? Saying that revocation is not one of the actions to be taken. Let's go back there. It bears emphasis. It helps to repeat. It says, it is apparent, page 5, from the foregoing that revocation of license of a bank or specialized deposit-taking institution or the appointment of a receiver are not part of the actions that may be taken pursuant to a report prepared under section 114. That's it. He says revocation is not. It's Godfrey Dami's own signature. And the other part, look, he says selecting the assets and giving the good ones to CBG is also wrong. He makes that point. Okay. Then that's on page 9. Let's read that small part. He says that there is no provision in Act 930 for a receiver appointed pursuant to section 123 to be vested only with selected assets and liabilities as stated in the letter appointing the receiver.
And that part I found interesting, because Godfrey in that opinion says that they took the good assets and gave it to CBG, and then the bad assets went to the receiver. And that it says that is not the law. Everything must, liabilities and assets.
You have to carry all the liabilities.
Yeah. Yes, and he further said, page 7, that's where he said the termination of the receivership in less than 6 months is also illegal. So this whole thing, I mean, come on, it's a comedy of errors, all right, by then Bank of Ghana, Addison, who was championing, he was cheerleader for the political witch hunt. And Addison was just cheerleading Kufuor, helping Kufuor and Oforiatta. And Oforiatta was looking to cut competition. It's like the Duffuors are colossus. So Oforiatta couldn't stand them. Oforiatta just couldn't stand the Duffuors. So, and many others. You see what he did to Amoabeng. Amoabeng, who used to lend money to Oforiatta. When Oforiatta didn't have money, Kofi Amoabeng lent him money. Decades on, Oforiatta would take away the license of this Kofi Amoabeng's bank, etc. So you could just see that Oforiatta was just on a personal vendetta to cut competition, people he saw as what? Competitors. And you see today, he is rather in tatters. He's fled Ghana, right? We are having to get him back through extradition, etc. This is a lesson to all of us as Ghanaians. Earlier on, you were asking Professor Lord Mensah what we should learn from it. Yeah. The first thing we should learn from this is that, look, political witch hunt doesn't pay. Political witch hunt doesn't pay. Because now today, Godfrey Dame is suffering it, Oforiatta is suffering it, Kufuor is being consigned to what? Oblivion. Kufuor doesn't excite anybody. We only remember wickedness, etc. So that's the first lesson we all must learn. Too big to fail must be respected. Yes, they do something that wasn't that too good, but you look at what Americans will do. They would rather save the American taxpayer and the American jobs. But in Ghana, it's pull him down. Oforiatta and Kufuor were just not happy that the Duffuors had created the biggest local bank, right? And so let's just cut oxygen. Let's cut oxygen. Let's destroy their family.
I mean, but is there enough evidence to make that conclusion?
The report is here, Evans. You yourself read from it. From everything Godfrey Dame said here, he said it is illegal. If it is illegal, it's Beye. Please, Evans, you read it. Look at the report. Godfrey Dame showed how everything was wrong. How do you create a company, CBG, in one day and give it a banking license the same day? Everything Godfrey Dame says is wrong. He himself said it. So this is Beye, because Godfrey Dame, as this Attorney General, he says it is wrong. So if it is wrong, and yet they went on and did it, so at that time, sorry, he was Deputy Attorney General when he authored this report. Okay, so if he said everything is wrong and yet it was done, then it's Beye, that's abro. We say locally, abro, just trying to cut down, pull him down, political vendetta, right? Yes, vengeance, more or less, like the Duffuors are growing too big. So let's just cut them down. Now, you've sent thousands of graduates home, unfairly. So yes, the Duffuors deserve their banking license back. And I'm sure that next time citizens will not also sit down and allow politicians to ride us roughshod. Next time a politician tries that, I'm sure we'll be out in the streets and we'll throw that politician out of office.
Yeah, I mean, and Prof,